Grammar for kids. We'll be looking at active verbs, passive verbs. Active verbs, passive verbs. Active verb starts with the doer. Let's take note. Active verb starts with the doer, while passive verb starts with the receiver. Here I'll be explaining how to convert the active verb to the passive verb. Now, here's an example of an active verb. John eats rice. Take note, we said active verb starts with the doer. Who is the doer here? The doer, John. What's the action he is performing? Eat. Who is receiving it? Rice. So you have John, the doer, and the rice as the receiver. John, the doer, rice as the receiver. So for active verb, you always have, excuse me, the doer at the beginning. Now we want to convert this to passive verb. Conversion from active to passive. Now, this is what we're going to do. First, you look at this word, eats. Let's move it out. Eats. We have to change this because we are moving rice to this place. We're going to start with rice. Take note, passive verb. We are converting from active to passive. This is active. We are changing this active to passive. Passive verb starts with the receiver. Here, rice is the receiver. So we start with rice. For us to know what verb we hear, we need to look at this verb. Let's change it here. Let's look at it here. Eats is a present tense verb. Eats is a present tense verb. We'll split it. I'm going to explain this as simple as possible. Eats is split into is and eaten. I will explain. This is, take notes. I will need another pen. Hold on. Let's look at this. Eat, ate, and okay, let's look at this way. Eaten. Take notes. We have eat, present tense, ate, past tense, eaten, past participle. This is present tense, past tense, past participle. What we'll be needing here is the past participle. So you split it into is and eaten. You split it into is and eaten. That's the past participle of the word eat. Now, these two verbs will be brought down here. Rice is eaten by John. Take note that in the active verb, you have the doer appearing first. In the passive verb, you have the receiver appearing first. Active verb starts with the doer. John is the doer. Passive verb starts with the receiver. The rice here, which is the receiver, starts the sentence here in the passive verb sense. Rice is eaten by John. Take note how we converted eats into is eaten. Now, we use is here because this is a present tense verb. It's a present tense. That's why we use is here. Let's say, for example, let's come this way. Let's say, for example, we have John ate rise. This is active verb. To convert it into a passive verb, we are going to have rise. Don't forget, rise, the receiver. For passive, starts the sentence. Rise, because it's past tense. This is past tense. This past tense, look at it. Because it's past, we no longer use is. Present tense starts with is. Because it's present tense, we use is and it is. There's past tense, here we use was. And then don't forget, eating. We still retain the word eating. Past participle. We work with past participle. So here you are going to have John ate rice will become rice was. Don't forget was. We're using was because it's past tense. Ate was eaten. Past participle by John. Thank you. So this is how to convert active verb to passive verb. Active verb to passive verb. Don't forget, John eats rice. This is a present tense. Eats. It's a present tense. You split it into is eaten. Is eaten. If it's a past tense, ate, you split it into was eaten. Finally, take note. Where you have one verb in the sentence, it splits into two verbs. Present tense, for example. Past tense, where you have one verb, it splits into two verbs. I'll be explaining this further as we go. Thank you. And Chukwuji.